Hey everybody, what's up? It's Charles here. Um, so I wanted to make a video today because I'm working on one of my mowers, one of the business's mowers, and it's a tip that might help other business owners out there or even property owners. So what I've got is this mower has about almost 500 hours on it, and the tire tread is starting to get a little bit thin. And I'll show you what I mean here. So this is a Skag V-Ride 2. It's a really great mower. It's a standard we use. So this right here is what the tread looks like right now. And when this tire is new, there's a groove down the middle of the tread block on each one of these tread blocks. So what I am doing, and let me plug it in here so I can demonstrate it, is I am using this tool right here. I'm not really sure exactly what this thing's called. It might be called like a tire tread cutter or tread regroover, something of that sort. Basically what it is there's this brass colored tip in the end, holds a blade. You can set the depth on the blade. Hopefully you can see that. So these wire blades they're like thin metal blades. You see how they got, put that up here. So they got like a beveled edge on them. They come in kind of this configuration, and then you bend them to fit. There's different width tips and things. Oop. But you clamp them into this brass tip, and then this part here of the tool is an inductive coil, and you plug this in, and what it does is it heats that blade up where you can actually cut sections of the tread off the tire. I've used this before on mud trucks where maybe we have like a kind of a really closed block design on the tire, and we want to open up those treads a little bit so that we can get more grip in the mud. And like I said, we're getting towards the end of the season, and I really don't want to put new tires on this mower right now because the tread blocks are still thick enough. And I thought, well, let's cut new grooves down the middle of each tread block with this. Now it's a little bit labor intensive. It takes a little bit to sit here and do each one, but if it gets these tires another season before we have to think about replacing them, or even another 6 months, that's saved us 6 months worth of tire. We got 6 months more usage out of this tire. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting some blocks so you guys can see how this thing works. And try to do this with one hand. So you can see it cuts pretty easy. You do end up with a kind of a bunch of rubber pieces on the ground that you'll have to sweep up. But as you can see, it goes pretty quick once you get moving here. Sorry if the camera's a little shaky. See there? Now the biggest thing you have to be careful with this is to make sure your blade's not set too deep. You don't want to cut into the carcass of the tire. Our goal here is to just cut this groove right here. So this mower's been a little squirrely on hills. It's getting kind of slidey. We've got a couple of accounts with some pretty steep hills on them, and like I said, this is going to get another, we'll see, we might get another 6 months out of these tires before we have to replace them. But this is a pretty cheap tool. I think I paid, I want to say less than $40 for this off of eBay, and that's been years ago. I've used it several times. and it works really good. So that's how to use a tire regroover. It's very hot. Use gloves. Don't touch the end of this thing because it'll burn the heck out of you. But that's it. That's my tip for today. See you guys later.